You're worried about everything that can go wrong in the future. You're rehashing things that did go wrong in the past. You know that you shouldn't be doing either of these, and it's preventing you from having a good day. How do you fix this? You can start practicing thinking in day-type compartments. Here's a quote. "Every day is a new life to a wise man." It's a really powerful sentence, and it's something that I read in How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie. He, of course, wrote the wildly popular book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you haven't checked that out, you should check that out. The great thing about both of these books is that he'll say things like, "Oh, I interviewed my friend Henry Ford," or I asked my friend Charles Schwab. So it's an old book, but it's pretty crazy how relevant it is today. It's just as relevant today as it was in the past, and I'd argue it might even be more relevant, this idea of not worrying, because with today's technology, internet, social media, you can compare your present, not just with your past and future, but with the seemingly perfect pasts, presents, and futures of anyone around the world. It's great. And it can also be terrible. In the book, Dale Carnegie tells the story of Sir William Osler. Again, with these friends. This person organized the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine and was knighted by the King of England in the 1800s. So in a speech to Yale students, he tells them about sitting on the bridge of an ocean liner and seeing the captain and I guess it's a switchboard that has buttons that allow him to open and shut all the different rooms, and it allows him to make different compartments watertight. He says in the speech, this is a quote, "Now, each one of you is a much more marvelous organization than the great liner, and bound on a longer voyage. You should so learn to control the machinery as to live with day-tight compartments as the most certain way to ensure safety on the voyage. This mostly means focus on the present, and this is why you should do that. You can only take action on what's in front of you today. Now, this isn't to say that you shouldn't think about the future at all. You do want to have a plan, and that allows you to focus on the present and stay focused on the present so that you can trust in the process and know that the work you're doing today goes toward the future that you planned. What you don't want to do is keep overhauling your future plan and worrying about the future every single day. Every single moment of every single day. And then on the other hand, this isn't to say that the past isn't important. It's also important. It's not something you should forget about. But it's important to think about it in a positive way. So you want to, not to say like, oh, everything's positive, everything's a rainbow, but it's important to take the lessons from the past and apply them so you don't make the same mistakes. What you want to avoid is just rehashing those bad things and replaying them in your head when you have no control over them. It doesn't add any value. So, yeah, don't think about the past. Don't think about the future when it has no value. And yes, it's simple. And it is not easy. It's going to take practice. And the first step is realizing just how powerful it is. So think about day-tight compartments. Think about what's in front of you today. And when you find yourself worrying about the past or the future, just remember, every day is a new life to a wise man. Thanks for checking this out. I'll be making more videos about this book and many other books, so hit subscribe if you liked it.